Namaste. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Akool, Saral Jyotish, Astrology Simplified. I am Akool, astrological author, analyst and researcher. Today I have come up with a very interesting and useful astrological content about professional distress and remedies. What you will do when you are in a professional distress, you are in a professional problem, and the remedies as well I will be disclosing. The most effective remedies I shall be discussing today in case of professional distress or professional problem or professional hardship. Professional hardship often come in the life of the people. Some problem you may face in your profession. So, after identifying the planet which is responsible for giving problem in your profession, you would be able to take the necessary remedies. All those remedies I shall be discussing are religious remedies and very powerful remedies I shall be discussing today after showing you how to identify the problematic phase of your life in the profession, and then the remedies as well. So let us start. The period of professional distress is the most challenging phase in an individual's life in the modern era, and nobody desires it when their status and income plummet drastically. In this video, I shall discuss on the astrological factors responsible for professional distress and also reveal the most effective remedies of individual planets responsible for professional distress in your horoscope. So, please tune into the video until the end, otherwise you will miss out on the most important remedy portion. Because if you have a problem, you have to adopt remedy. If you have a disease, you have to take medicine. Like this way, if you face problem in your profession, you have to take some effective remedies, astrological remedies. That I am going to discuss today. How to identify the period of professional distress. The period of professional distress is indicated if the 10th house of your profession is occupied or respected by the three lords 6, 8, 12 without any other planetary intervention. Means the 6, 8, 12 lords are influencing your 10th house of profession without any other planet influencing in your 10th house, so that it can modify the adverse effect. The 10th lord is placed in 3rd house, 5th house or 9th house, or in any three bhavas 6, 8, 12 then you will be facing professional distress in your life. The 10th Lord is placed in 3rd house. What is the 3rd house from the 10th house? It is the 6th house. What is the 5th house from the 10th house? It is the 8th house. What is the 9th house from the 10th house? It is the 12th house from the 10th house. So if the 10th Lord, who is the executive or executor of the promises of your profession, is badly placed, how the 10th Lord will help you during professional distress, and you will be always in professional distress if 10th Lord is badly placed in the Trik Bhavas or in 3rd, 5th or 9th houses of your Dashamsha as well as birth chart. But today we shall be discussing on Dashamsha only, because it is a divisional chart specific for professional purpose. So the 3rd point, the 10th Lord is conjoined by or aspected by only 3 lords. There is no other conjunction or aspect of any other lords on the 10th Lord other than the 3 lords. Who are the 3 lords? 3rd Lord, 6th Lord, 8th Lord and 12th Lord. The severity of professional distress will increase if the 10th Lord is further afflicted. If any of them, the 3rd house Lord, has been afflicting the 10th Lord through conjunction or aspect and is also afflicted, then you think what would be the situation of the 10th Lord, how he will give you the result of the 10th house. So it will be, the problem will be severe. You may even lose your job. So the 10th Lord is the king. 10th Lord is the king for your profession. So he must be comfortable. If the 10th Lord is comfortable, it will try to keep you also in comfort zone in your profession. So the logic is very simple. The adverse result will be, when you will experience the adverse result, the severity will not be always there. Problem in your profession, the severity of problem in your profession, it will not always be there, but there will be a period when the problem will be most severe. The adverse results will be experienced during the Mahadasha and Antardasha of the planets connected to the Lagna and Lagna Lord and the 10th house and the 10th Lord of the Dashamsha, the divisional chart specific to the profession. It is specific chart for profession, Dashamsha. Detail. When you will experience, when the Mahadasha and Antardasha Lord is connected to the Lagna/Lagna Lord or 10th house or 10th Lord, because these are the Karaka Bhavas for profession in the Dashamsha chart. When then only you will be, the problem will be severe. Then you have to think how to overcome the problem, how to overcome from the problem. You will be start thinking, and it will be a nagging problem for you, how to overcome from the professional problem, how you can overcome from the period of professional distress through remedies, and only Divine Almighty can save you. Isn't it? Because you have taken birth with this kind of promises in your horoscope. So only who can say? It is the Divine Almighty. The period of professional distress usually comes after a long period of professional comfort. Almighty God is very kind-hearted. He will not give you always problem. When it will come, when you are committing mistake, when you are continuously in the comfort zone, in a comfort zone in your profession, you are getting your promotion timely, your business is flourishing, you will be committing mistake in the way, you will be ignoring the people who will think all people are lower below me, you will disrespect the people. So, after professional rise, the distress is ought to come. Distress. If you have committed any mistake, if you continuously commit mistake in your life because you have risen substantially in your profession, you have become proudy, then the Almighty God will take arms in His hand and will punish you through professional distress. So don't be greedy, don't be proudy about your profession. Always try to remain humble and helpful to others when you are in power in the profession. So we must remember all those things. Let us now apply the above parameters in the Dashamsha D10 horoscope of Srimati Indira Gandhi, a former Prime Minister of India who slipped into professional distress during her Saturn Dasha and KETU Antardasha in March 1977, when she and her party were routed from power after being 10 years continuously in power. Because they become greedy, they become proudy, they started humiliating persons, they started misusing laws. When you are in power continuously for 10 years, all those things is bound to happen with you, by you, with you. You will be committing mistake after mistake, and Divine Almighty is equal for all. When you will do any injustice to anybody, Divine Almighty will take the course in His hand and He will give you the punishment, the Divine Almighty, and you have no place to escape. So always be humble, give respect to the elderly people, try to help others, be sympathetic, be kind-hearted. All those are the virtues of Divine Almighty. Be sweet-spoken in your profession. If somebody has approached with some help when you are in power in your profession, and if you just misbehave with him, Divine Almighty will not spare you. Take it for granted. It is the Dashamsha chart of Srimati Indira Gandhi. Let us now examine, let us now apply the parameters we discussed in this video at the beginning in our horoscope, in our Dashamsha horoscope, why she suffered professional distress in March 1977 to January 1980, almost 3 years. Why she was subjected to humiliated, why her party was routed, why she lost parliamentary seat. All those things we'll now be examining in our Dashamsha chart. See, at a glance you can see this chart has the promise of professional distress. How? Ask me, I will show. See, her Lagna, Dashamsha Lagna is Sagittarius. When Dashamsha Lagna is Sagittarius, Virgo is the 10th house. And who is the Lord of Virga, it is Mercury. Where is Mercury? Mercury is in Scorpio. It is in 12th house from the Lagna Sagittarius. Miss Prima facie you would be able to tell that madam or sir, you have this promise in your horoscope. You will be subjected to professional what is called distress. And moreover, Ketu is there in the 10th house Virga. It is not a good planet, Ketu. It will give the result of its what is called sign lord, since there is no planet associated with it, and sign lord is in a Trik Bhava in the Dashamsha, from the Dashamsha Lagna. So there is a promise. Now, she was out of power from March 1977 till December 1979. She got his power back as Prime Minister in January 1980. 3 years she suffered. She was humiliated. She was sent to jail. What not? Everything. I am not laughing. Means it is all her karma she underwent. So that is why I told, don't be proudy. Don't misuse power while in while you are in power. Don't misuse it. Don't misuse it against your opponents. You will be subjected to punishment. Don't misuse laws as an instrument to harass others according to whims and fancy, according to your whims and fancy. Don't do so, please, please, please. See, she was subjected to, she lost her power during Saturn Mahadasha and Ketu Antardasha. Let us now examine. Saturn is an exalted planet. Saturn is in Libra. And Saturn is the Karaka of profession. Please look at my cursor. Please, please. Saturn is in Libra in the 11th house. So Saturn is well placed. But see, there is Moon with Saturn. Who is Moon? Moon is the 8th lord for Sagittarius ascendant. Moon is the 8th lord. A 3rd lord is with Saturn. So Saturn will give some bad result. When a 3rd lord with him in the Dashamsha, Saturn will invite professional distress for you, professional problem in your life. It is invited during its Mahadasha. And see about Ketu Antardasha. She was lost in the election and she was ousted from the power. See Ketu. Ketu is in the 10th house. It is related to the 10th house. Relation must be there with the 10th house or the Lagna for a planet to give you adverse result. If it is adversely placed in your Dashamsha. Ketu is in the 10th house, so it can easily give you the result pertaining to 10th house. That is your profession. It is a Karaka Bhava. Ketu is in Karaka Bhava. So where is it will give the result of its sign lord. Ketu is a shadowy planet. It will give the result of its sign lord. So where is Mercury? Mercury is in the 12th house, which is a 3rd house. So Ketu will give result as per his sign lord. It is badly placed in the Dashamsha. It is in 12th house from the Dashamsha Lagna. Saturn is also connected to the Lagna, Dashamsha Lagna, the Karaka Bhava. Saturn has been aspecting Dashamsha Lagna by his 3rd aspect from Libra. So it is also in a position to give adverse result. And why it will give adverse result? At least once in his Dasha, because it is with the 8th Lord Moon. It is very easy. I made everything very simple. Don't worry. Astrology I will make very simple. Just you have to see my videos once, twice or thrice. But that much only you do. And listen me what I am telling. Now I will reading the narration also. I have jotted down. Please remember, in the Dashamsha, the vital pivots are the Lagna Lord, and the 10th house, 10th Lord. You have to remember this thing. In our Dashamsha, D10, with Sagittarius Lagna, Mercury is the 10th Lord for his Virgo Lordship, is in the Trik 12th house, Scorpio from the Lagna, Sagittarius, prima facie, showing that she would have professional distress in her lifetime. I have already narrated all those things. Mahadasha Lord Saturn is well placed in the 11th house of Libra. He is also exalted. 11th house of Libra, but is with the Trik 8th Lord, the Moon. The Antardasha Lord KETU is in the 10th house, means Karaka Baba. Since ADL KETU is a shadowy planet, it gives the results of his sign dispositors when alone. If it had been with any other planet, it would have given different result. Since it is alone, it will give the result of his sign dispositor. Rahu and Ketu, please remember, when they are alone, they will give the result of his sign dispositor. How sign dispositor is disposed in the horoscope, according to that. Since ADL Ketu is a shadowy planet, it gives the results of its sign dispositor when alone. The sign dispositor of Ketu is the 10th Lord, Mercury, who is in the 12th house, Scorpio from the Lagna, Sagittarius. So easy to remember. I have brought another horoscope, Dashamsha, of an Indian minister who had to resign upon his indictment in the Volcker Committee report. He was indicted. Food for oil scam or oil for food scam, like that, in a Volcker Committee report. This minister, I am not taking his name because he was indicted. It is not wise for me to take his name, so I am not taking his name. And he had to resign also. It is his Dashamsha horoscope of that gentleman. See, Lagna is Scorpio with Moon in it. Moon is also in Scorpio. Moon is the 9th Lord. Moon is the 9th Lord. When Scorpio is the Lagna, then the 10th house becomes Leo. 10th house becomes Leo. When 10th house is Leo, who is the Lord? Lord is Sun. The Lord is Sun. See, from 10th house Leo, the Sun is in Capricorn. It is 6th house from the 10th house Leo. And Sun is afflicted by Rahu and with Jupiter. And is with Jupiter. When Sun is in the 6th position from the 10th house, how it will help the 10th house? It is in an adverse 6-8 relationship with the 10th house. Adverse 6-8 relationship, it is not in a Kendra or 311 or Trikuna disposition from the 10th house. It is in adverse 6-8 relationship from the 10th house of his lordship. How it will help the 10th house? So prima facie, the sun indicates that there will be professional distress in the life of the holder of this chart. It exactly happened with him. I am now narrating what I want to say. Then I will again show you in the horoscope. The Lagna is Scorpio with moon occupying the same as the 9th lord. Who is 9th lord? Trik, 12th lord from the 10th house. From 9th lord is always 12th lord from the 10th house. Mind it. It is a Trik lord for the 10th house of profession, indicating professional distress. Moreover, the sun, which is the 10th lord, has moved to the Trik 6th position in Capricorn from the 10th house of Leo, indicating professional distress. The 10th house Leo is aspected by Saturn, who is the Trik 6th lord from the 10th house of profession. The 5th lord Jupiter, who is the Trik 8th lord from the 10th house of Leo, is with the sun, who is the 10th lord, indicating professional distress. So let us now revisit his Dashamsha and see the position. See moon. Moon is the 9th lord. I have already told you for Scorpio ascendant. What is 9th lord? 9th lord is 12th lord from the 10th house. 9th lord is always 12th lord from the 10th house, because the 9th house is 12th house from the 10th house. So it doesn't have good promise with the 10th house, which is the Karka Baba. Sun, who is the 10th lord, is adversely placed in the 6th house Capricorn from the 10th house Leo. It is with Jupiter. Who is Jupiter? Jupiter is the 5th lord for Scorpio ascendant. And what is the 5th house for Scorpio ascendant? The 5th house is 8th house from the 10th house. 5th house is always 8th house from the 10th house. Moreover, it is afflicted by RAHU. So, he had professional distress. Saturn. What is Saturn? Saturn is the 6th lord from the 10th house Leo. It has been aspecting the 10th house. So Saturn is also not keeping good promises for professional matter. He was indicted on 27 October 2005 during his Mahadasha of Jupiter and Antardasha of Mars. MDL Jupiter is the 5th lord. The Trik 8th lord from the 10th house of Leo is with the sun, the 10th lord, and afflicted by RAHU, indicating the period of professional distress during Jupiter Mahadasha. ADL Mars is the Lagna lord and the Trik 6th lord, justifying the period of professional distress during the Mars period. He was indicted on 27 October 2005 during Jupiter and Mars period. See Jupiter. Jupiter is the 5th lord. Jupiter is the 5th lord for Scorpio ascendant. Jupiter is the 5th lord for his Pisces lordship, and Sun, who is the 10th lord, the Karaka Baba lord, is with Jupiter, who is the 8th lord from the 10th house. 8th lord, Trik 8th lord from the 10th house, and is afflicted by RAHU. He could not manage a comeback to power after he was indicted. It was end of his story in the politics. It was the end of the story. In case of Indira Gandhi, it was not the end of the story. She came back, but it was end of the story. Since Sun, the 10th Lord, is with Jupiter, who is the 8th Lord from the 10th house of profession, moreover afflicted. In the case of Srimati Indira Gandhi, Saturn was not afflicted. Here it is, affliction is there by RAHU. So it was a final adieu for him from his profession. And Mars Antardasha. Mars is, you see, Mars is the Lagna Lord. It has link with the Karaka Bhava. It is the 6th Lord also. And Jupiter, by Jupiter, who is the 8th Lord, from the 10th house of profession, for his 5th house lordship, has been aspecting Mars. You see, Mars, Jupiter is in Capricorn, and from Capricorn, it has been aspecting Mars, the Antardasha Lord, who is in Taurus, by his 5th aspect, thereby injecting his Trik lordship power to Mars. It is an injection. It is an injection. Injection of the adverse promise. When a planet aspect on another planet, it injects its promises on that planet. Please remember. It injects its promises on that planet. This is the rule of aspect. Drishti. This is the rule of drishti. Aspect. In Sanskrit it is called drishti. Jupiter is a very bad planet for professional matter in this horoscope. Being it is the 5th Lord. When a planet is 5th Lord, it becomes the 8th Lord from the 10th house of profession. And it is influencing, and it is influenced by the 10th Lord, Sun, in this horoscope. So it happened. So see, when the result will manifest, when a planet is connected to the Karaka Bhavas. In Dashamsha, the Karaka Bhavas are Lagna Lord, Mars, Antardasha Lord, gave bad result. Then 10th house, 10th Lord are the Karaka Bhavas. Jupiter is with the 10th Lord, Sun. So, and Jupiter is not keeping good promise, since it is the 5th Lord, the 8th Lord from the 10th house. So, see how naturally it will come. He was indicted during his Jupiter Mahadasha and Mars Antardasha. Your Antardasha and Antardasha Lord should have a link with the Karaka Bhava. In Dashamsha, the Karaka Bhavas are Lagna Lord, 10th house, 10th Lord. It is so easy to remember. This is the way to analyze the period of professional distress in the Dashamsha chart. I have brought the Dashamsha chart. I can analyze this thing in the birth chart also. But it would be too lengthy. The video would be too lengthy if I brought the birth chart and start analyzing along with the Dashamsha. I would not able to show you two horoscopes. My intention was to show two horoscopes so that to verify the rule. And I verified in two horoscopes. Isn't it? Now the most important part. You are in professional distress. How to get rid from the distress. It is the most important part I am going to disclose now. After identifying the planet or planets responsible for the professional distress, perform Dash-Avatar Remedies. Dash-Avatar Remedies for the individual planet through a competent priest at home or at the respective temple of the Dash-Avatar Matas. The performance of the Dash-Avatar Puja with devotion to the respective planets is a very effective remedy and propitiation for professional distress. Following are the Dash-Avatar remedies of the individual planets responsible for professional distress. Dash-Avatar, very powerful, controlling planet of the controlling deities of the planets, individual planets. Dash-Avatar means deities, Avatar means deities. They are very powerful in controlling the activities of and minimizing the adverse effect of the individual planets on which Dash-Avatar have control, are the controlling deity on individual planets. Sun, please remember, this is the remedies. Sun, worship goddess Matangi. If Sun is responsible for your professional distress, then worship goddess Matangi. If Moon is responsible for your professional distress, worship the goddess Bhuvaneshwari. If Mars is responsible for your professional distress, worship goddess Bagalamukhi. If Mercury is responsible for your professional distress, worship goddess Tripura Sundari. If Jupiter is responsible for your professional distress, worship goddess Tara. If Venus is responsible for your professional distress, worship goddess Kamala or Katayani, Mata. If Saturn is responsible for your professional distress, worship goddess Kali. If Rahu is responsible for your professional distress, worship goddess Chinnamasta. If KETU is responsible for your professional distress, worship goddess Dhumavati. These are all Dash-Avatar Matas. And Dash-Avatar Puja must be performed by a competent priest. You cannot perform. It is impossible. Only a competent priest who is well acquainted in performing Navagraha Puja, they can only do. He must be specially trained in performing Dash-Avatar Puja, because Dash-Avatar are the most powerful deities. Dash-Avatar are the most powerful deities on their respective planet. They can minimize the adverse effect of the planet. For example, when Srimati Indira Gandhi faced professional distress during his Saturn and KETU period, during his Saturn Mahadasha and KETU Antardasha, she should have performed the Dash-Avatar Puja of Mata Kali and Dash-Avatar Puja of Dhumavati by a competent planet, by a competent priest. Then she would have got the relief. But you please do not perform puja by your own. These puja are not possible to be performed on. It should be performed with full rituals by observing the full rituals as prescribed in our Dharma Shastra, in our religious book. Do it once. Find out a competent priest or visit the temple. There are temples of Bagalamukhi Mata, Tripura Sundari Mata, Taramata, Katayani Mata, Kali Mata. There are temples. You can visit the temple, request the priest to perform puja for Graha Shanti on your behalf. And you be present there with devotion, folding your hand, Mata, save me from the professional distress. In this way you can do. It is easy, you can do all those things. Puja always give good result. Puja always give good result. But there is a word of caution. Never use gemstone or the items of the planets during the period of your professional distress. Please never wear gemstones or the items of the planets for propitiations in professional distress. The same will give contrary results. Donate the items of the respective planets or immerse them in the flowing water. Don't use their items. It will give you contrary result. Don't wear gemstone when you are in a distress period, when you are in professional distress. Never use gemstone. It will empower the planet and it will give more bad result, being powerful. So only thing is you have to propitiate those planets by worshipping their Dash-Avatar Matas. So it was the presentation for the day, and I think my beloved viewers have learned something new from me today. And if you have really liked the video, please give like and subscribe to the channel so that you would able to know whenever I will bring such videos in future. Please subscribe. Subscribe, it doesn't need money. Moreover, one more point I want to clarify. I always give free prediction to my subscriber. You just have to say that I am your subscriber. I will give you one free prediction. I have made it a law. I have made it a point. I always give. Many people have taken free prediction from me. Many of my subscribers have already taken free predictions from me. So please subscribe to the channel and give your love and affection to me through subscription. Subscription, it is all free. You all know in YouTube subscribing channel is free. Giving like is free. Only thing you have to press the button. That is the only thing. So please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video if you have liked the video. Really like the video. And please subscribe to the channel. Comments also. Please comments also. I will give a reply. If you have any doubt, I invariably give reply to all comments. I keep on checking if there is comments remaining unanswered. And I give reply to the best of my ability and as soon as possible. Besides free prediction, if you are a subscriber, you will get free prediction from me. So it was for the day. Thanks a lot for watching the video, for sparing your precious time. Namaste.